Good morning. It's 8:30, Wednesday, March 26th. I'm just leaving the shelter. I left Sassafras Gap Shelter. It was a full house last night. There were at least 20 people or more at the shelter, all heading toward Fontana Dam. So these camping spots and shelter spots up the way are going to be in high demand tonight. I think I'll sleep in my tent tonight. We're still evaluating our distance. Dodger has been having some hip issues that he's dealing with, so we may only go 9 miles. We've discussed going 12.5 miles to a campsite. 9 miles is a shelter. And then finally, the last option would have been 15 miles, which I doubt we're going to do. My issue is that my cell phone and my charger are slow charging. I think the cold is affecting them, so it's causing some issue with them draining faster than they're charging. And I don't know that I'm going to make it 6 days with my charger. I know I won't. So I've got to figure out a workaround to make certain things stay charged, at least my phone for these videos and my charger to be able to charge my phone. Anyway, starting with a huge climb. I think it's 2,300 feet over a few miles. But nowadays, climbs don't faze me much anymore because I just expect it every day. But it's going to be a good morning. The sun's out. It's going to warm up really fast. Right now it's kind of cold though, but I'm on my way. So here we go. It's currently 9:15. I just made it to the top of Chioa Bald, which was about a 1.2 very steep climb to start the day, but I think it's all downhill from here. I'm on a ridge right now. You can see out over there the different mountain ranges. We're going to be in the Smokies probably Friday. We're going to be at Fontana Dam tomorrow sometime. It's starting to warm up to be a nice day. The breeze is really hitting hard from this side of the ridge. On the other side is the lee side. So hopefully we stay down on the lee side today because that's a brutal wind and it's cold. But when you get to the other side, the lee side, you don't feel it at all and it's nice and warm. So I'm still dressed for the cold. I have my gloves on and just an extra layer with my rain jacket. I didn't want to get too hot, but I'll probably be peeling all that off here shortly. Making good progress. Gretel's way out in front of me. He left probably about 30-40 minutes before me because I wanted to filter water and all. And Dodger is probably leaving about 40 minutes after me. And I'm in the middle. But there's a huge group of hikers today that we're going to encounter. And I'm sure that many of them will just go right by me because I'm one of the slower ones, but still having fun and still doing my thing. So yeah, let's stay tuned and see what happens next because I have no idea. So a lot of people have called the Appalachian Trail the Green Tunnel because during the summer months when all the trees leaf up, you're basically hiking through an area where you don't see a lot of sunlight coming through. It's obviously not summertime yet, but it's very green in this area. And for the last half mile or so, it's been like that. So it's kind of been like a green tunnel, which is pretty cool. But I'd share that with you and making good progress. There's only one other person I've seen on the trail, and it's a woman by the name of Mega Chill. I've never seen her before, but she's on the trail with me now. We keep leapfrogging. So yeah, I'm going to keep plugging along. Probably won't be to that shelter that's at mile 9.5 until about 1:30 my time. And that's when we're supposed to gather and reevaluate what our plan is for our final destination. So we'll see. It's about 12 p.m. I made it to Mount Possible. I'd like to think that it was somewhat possible. It was a tough climb. I'm up here on my own at the moment. That's where I came from. A lot of trees blocking the view, but like always, there's valleys down below us. Heading down for a little while and then some more climbs. I'm about 4 miles from the next shelter where we're gonna stop and evaluate our plan and see how it goes. It's 12:15, just made it to the bottom of Chioa Gap. They're doing some serious road construction here. Looks like they're reinforcing this the side of this mountain here, so there's erosion control. I've never seen anything this substantial. It's pretty wild. But I haven't seen Dodger since I left the shelter earlier, and I haven't seen Gretel for that same reason. while. Anyway, I think I'm probably about 1.5 to 2 miles away from the next. I'm currently walking along this highway. I'm separated by this guardrail, so I'm safe. It looks like the cross to the trail is right there. You have to cross the highway, and they've had the highway closed one way as they were doing work, but they've just opened it back up. So really, I'm gonna have to wait now for all this traffic to get through before they stop everybody again. And then I'll cross on the other side. But yeah, it'll be fine. So 2.4 miles to the shelter. It's probably gonna be 1:45, 2 o'clock before I get there. I'm guessing we end up stopping there, to be honest, because yeah, it's a big climb. We'll see, but I think we might stop there for the day. We'll see. Oh my goodness, 1 o'clock. These climbs are so darn steep. This is looking down. That's how I've been climbing. I couldn't even tell you how steep they are. That's going up. And this is, I'm not even halfway up the mountain. So this is a fun afternoon. Anyway, I'll check back with you later. It's 2 o'clock, coming into Brown Fork Gap Trail, or shelter, excuse me, Brown Fork Gap Shelter. I think this is probably where we're gonna stay for the night. Took a wrong turn, like a fool, and went about a quarter mile downhill past the shelter, so I had to climb back up to get to it. So yeah, I guess I was just so focused on what I was doing, I didn't realize I passed it by. It's funny because there was a big sign, and I stopped and read the sign, and I misread the way the arrows were pointing. So I just went right by it, thinking it was 1/10 of a mile or more down, and I just kept going and going, and then I realized, hey, no, this doesn't look right. So anyway, there are 3 to 4 other people here. I'm just gonna get crowded, I'm short. I just slipped on some leaves, but I caught myself. Happens all the time. So yeah, let's see how this plays out. It's 4 o'clock at Brown Creek Gap Shelter. I'm set up in the shelter again today, along with some others. I'll show you where I'm at. Back in the corner there, the blue one. Then you have Gretel and Dodger. Today was only a 9.5 mile day, but there's some steep uphills that made it rough. So we have 2 possible options. We might do bread and breakfast tomorrow, and then, which is 5 miles down the way. If that falls through, then we'll hike to Fontana Dam tomorrow. We'll probably stay at the Fontana Lodge, and then head up into the Smokies the following day. So yeah, this is what it looks like. People having their dinner. I'm getting ready to make my dinner. It's about 6 p.m. at the shelter, and you can see a group of people out here. There's a tent in the background. There's some tents down below. I'm getting ready to settle in for the night. I don't know about the others, but anyway, yeah. Good evening. It's 6 p.m. at the shelter. There's about 20 of us here tonight, some of the same people from last night. We're going to be heading to Fontana Dam, or most of us are going to be heading to Fontana Dam tomorrow. That was our plan as well. It's 11 miles away, and that's the entry into the Smokies, the Great Smoky National Park. That's where you need a permit. We all have ours. Though we have a slight change of plans. About 5.5 miles down this mountain, we are going to be picked up and taken to a bed and breakfast near Robbinsville, North Carolina. That will give us a chance to take showers, clean our clothes, get into town and resupply, because it's already time for that, believe it or not. And for me, I need to make certain I'm charging everything. My battery pack and my phone are losing their charges faster than I thought they would because of the extreme cold. So I'm looking at possibly getting another charger just as a backup, so I have enough juice to get me through 6 or 7 days. But we're gonna do that tomorrow, get cleaned up. These steep climbs are really hurting. So Dodger's been struggling with hip pain. I have a heel issue, nothing major, but you know, all of these things are kind of coming into play, and you don't want them to get worse. So recovering tomorrow is essential. That's why we're doing that. And then we're gonna get to Fontana Dam the next day. It's only gonna be about a 6 mile hike. rest up before we climb our first ascent into the Smokies, because again, it's a steep hill, but not near as steep as what today was. It's been a good day. I'm exhausted. I'm going to get into my sleeping bag soon. A lot of people are still going to be up and around, but I'm sure that I'll have no problem getting some sleep tonight. So thanks again for following, and I appreciate all the positive comments that are coming my way, and still having a good time. So thank you very much. Sunny D out.